So if I play this, will it also send weird pictures to your email? Hope 2024 has been treating you well so far, Ash. Happy 2024 Ash.
Oh well. It can't do that, even that, even me. And I was so hoping. Yeah, you all beat the game like they did with Tetris.
Macron / Macron.
Anyway, Happy New Year and all that. How are we all doing after that curtailed effort? That was definitely not me singing. I am not that tuneful. Let me switch to this layout over here. Sing it anyway. Give it your best. Except it should be up an octave, and I can't. How are we all doing? Welcome in to 2024. Good time zones all from Pokenuts there as well. And all sorts of noises going on. Timster.
Oh, Heckington's it, Ash.
It's
I haven't
me.
seen you since last year.
I know,
T1
right?
Swing,
I haven't seen
Kappa.
anybody since last year. Thank you very much for the £5 dono. I should also go through some other messages that have come through as well. While everything is very loud in my ears, I might need to turn pretzel music down a little more still. Even me with a 38-month resub with a shrug. Yeah, apparently you just broke my game again. Stop doing that. Appreciate the 38 months though. We've got Danny Gambit with a 20-month resub. Happy 2024 to you too as well. Kurzov with the 2024 bits. That's immense. Thank you, Kurzov. Brian also with the 2024 bits. As I say, absolutely immense. Thank you very much for that, Brian. 45-month resub from Ralph. Hope 2024 has been treating you so far. As you can probably see from my face, it hasn't been particularly a good start. Drying skin from things and stuff have made it a little bit bad for the eczema and all that, and my face has not been too good. But this is kind of me on a decent day over the past week or so. So I'm okay with it, but it certainly has been worse. Like, you have seen me worse on the stream before. You only need to look at 2 years ago now, and I was dreadful then. And also, yes, I have had a haircut as well. It needed doing. The haircut needed doing. So finally that's happened. Clive with the 59-month resub. Bloody fucking Laura, that's a lot of time, Clive. And no, this time it didn't send any weird pictures to my email, but I will keep you posted if it does send me random stuff, unsolicited and everything. Brian with a 12-month resub, 1 year resub, thank you very much for that. We also had some follows over the time that I've been away. Thank you to Maxim and Mike for the follows. Appreciate all of that. You had a haircut in 2012, Idioni. It's yeah, I can't deal with long hair. Every time I have the hair grown out, I think I'm gonna try and deal with it again, and no, I just can't deal with it. I just can't deal with long hair for whatever reason. Like, I can look good with long hair, but just can't deal with the maintenance of the long hair. It's really yeah. It's quite a challenge what it is. So I go shorter hair rather than longer hair generally. End goal is to go fully red hair guy from Takeshi's Castle. the Emerald Guard, or whatever the official name is, but that's just the name that I know it by. Thank you to Kratar's edition of the Takeshi's Castle. That's the end goal, is it only? All right, that's an enviable end goal, I'd say. You need to get your mind, your haircut Monday. Gets very long, and curly. Okay. Paint my face white. Gonna give it a series of yes. That's just about right, yes. So I hope you all had a wonderful holiday, wonderful Christmas, and also a happy New Year. I spent mine with family, which was nice and relaxing, nice and chill, very, very little to do. And it's just, been very nice to do nothing for an extended period of time, being almost waited on for food and drinks and things like that from my parents, as well as them having to deal with my grandparents as well. Specifically my granddad, who had a bout in hospital recently and has now since moved in with my mum and dad for the foreseeable future. So they've been getting used to having Grandad in on a more regular daily basis, and also having me around during Christmas time as well. But it's been good to be with family, and also good to see my nephew as well. My brother and his partner came along on Christmas Day to say hi, and it was good to see the nephew once again. Cute as always. Also went to see my other grandparents up the road as well. That was nice, and I got to see Topper. Got to see Topper in Peterborough of all places. I think Peterborough. Who goes to Peterborough these days? But yes, saw Topper. Met up at a board game cafe in Peterborough, and had a good few games of that. I nearly won 2 of those games, but unfortunately didn't quite get the measure right. Ticket to Ride, I was so close to winning on that, but in the end it was the length of the trains that mattered more than all of the route. I was in second place on Ticket to Ride, Topper. Yeah, Peterborough is definitely a place that exists. It certainly does exist. Peterborough is the in place, is it now? Pass on that one. Queensgate still is a massive void left by John Lewis's departure. So once they've actually solved that, then I'd say Peterborough might be back on the up and up. But at the moment, it's not on the up and up. Who's been watching Jeopardy? I watched the first episode because I wasn't working that day. All the other days, it's been a time where I've been working, so I haven't caught up with any of the other episodes. But from what I saw of the Monday episode, perfectly serviceable edition of Jeopardy. Very faithful to the US edition, albeit slower, because it has to fit a longer time interval. But it suits Stephen Fry very well with the slightly slower pace. Perfectly good game. Honestly, perfectly good game. Will it make a renewal? Not entirely certain, but we'll see, because it's more of a quizzes quiz, Jeopardy. Though it is obviously a major staple in America, over here it is a quizzes quiz until it actually, gets enough of a following to then become more of a more popular thing. This is our, 3rd/4th/5th attempt at doing Jeopardy in the UK now. And this time we're actually doing it by the book. So we'll see. We'll see if it all plays out. But I enjoyed the first episode certainly, and they've gotten the clue writing just about bang on. Possibly slightly easier than the US side of things, though that might just be me looking at US clues and going, herder, I'm from the UK, I don't know US stuff. So it might be that they are actually pitched exactly the same, but that's sort of where I'm thinking with it. And but yeah, it's perfectly fine. You do miss the completely unfitting Final Jeopardy from the hang on, I've got to take the music off. It's so unnecessary. It's just so unnecessary and out of nowhere. Do I still have that kicking around somewhere? I think I might do, kicking around on my machine. Let me see if I can find it. For those that have never experienced that that noise at the end. Is this the one from... Is this the right one? Yes, this is the right one. It's poor quality, but it is the right edition. This one is actually from... it's been archived on the Wayback Machine, so I just sort of took a copy of that while it was still around. Let me switch over to this one over here, and we'll see if we can get the audio boosted on it as well.
This experienced man played with Mitch Mitchell and Noel Redding. Good luck to all three of you. Your 30 seconds starts right now.
Let's see if we can boost it anymore. It's about best I can do.
This experienced man played with Mitch Mitchell and Noel Redding.
Get ready, folks.
Well, your 30 seconds is up. If you can all stop.
It's so unnecessary. It's so unnecessary. It's just out of nowhere. Why? Your 30 seconds are up. Oh, God. So, yeah. That's probably why it's failed on the number of attempts it's been done in the UK, because we haven't followed the formula exactly. Whereas this time, we followed the formula pretty much exactly, other than making it 3 rounds long and extending it to a 1-hour episode. But, you know, the rest of the presentation is pretty much bang on, though there are still some people out there that are very astute to notice the font is ever so slightly different. Licensing issues, clearly. But yes. As an American, you thought the UK theme was perfectly entertaining. UK theme, as in the one where they actually do the inversion of the original Deputy theme.
Manifest Express Destination Unknown. No hi Ash.
Hello there, Puzzled Dan. Welcome on in. Thank you for the 44-month resub. Appreciate that. And welcome to Quiz Night 2024. And it's not red, yes. You worry that ITV Jet were going to put their normal ITV sound package on it, and oh, yeah. That's interesting to see that there was so many complaints on Twitter. Yes, the one with the sax. I know which one you mean, Pop. There's so many complaints from people saying, couldn't afford a buzzer sound, could they? Because they've just gotten so used to all game shows pretty much these days having sounds associated to literally everything that happens in the show. That they can't go, oh, a silent buzzer? No, can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. That's not right. That's not on at all. So yeah, when they're confronted with potentially up to 15 minutes of no music, no sounds, just talking in a game show. Oh, no, can't be doing that. That ain't right at all. They pretty much do complain about anything and everything on the Twitter. Especially, I mean, I guess the number one complaint is, why do they have to begin with what is or who is? Because it's the format of the show. Oh yeah, Jeopardy does have sounds, but just not many sounds. It has sounds where it needs them, not unnecessary sounds. Funniest piece of distance with Friday Jeopardy was having theme music trail off at the beginning and okay, yeah. There's just, yeah. Seems more like Celebrity Jeopardy US version where we have normal, double, triple. Sort of, Crido. We do single, double, and also the sort of the scale of the values on the single board are slightly different. They're not linearly spaced, but I don't think it actually made that big of a change having that weird skew in there. So it's kind of okay. Didn't think it, egregious to change that. And it was perfectly good show, I would say. Perfectly good show. And I would look forward to seeing more of it. I just need to get around to actually seeing more of it. And speaking of the new shows, we've got Wheel of Fortune coming back tomorrow night. Me and Tipster went to see a recording of that in Salford. Though we saw the Australian edition of Wheel, so we haven't seen what exactly is going to happen for the UK edition, though from what I understand it's pretty much the same package, just convert Aussie dollars into UK pounds and it's the same package. So already aware of what there is to come, I believe, in tomorrow's episode, just not what the puzzles are and who the people are, but should be good from what we saw at the recording. We won't be appearing on the recording, unfortunately, because we were sat in a block of the audience that was not prettified, I will say. They had the pretty audience, the hero audience, as it were, behind Graham Norton and the contestants, and then they had another block of audience, the other side of the studio, behind the cameras and off to the side. So obviously you can get more people watching, just and also making sounds. That's what they want, is the sounds as well, but not so many in the sort of the hero shot, as it were. It's looking good. It's looking good, and looking forward to seeing how it all shakes out in the final production. Though, kind of what we saw was already, half produced. It was already kind of done offline editing and that. So yeah, should be all right. And then Gladiators in a week's time. It's all happening in 2024. Looking forward to see what they have done with that and what the new rounds are in store for the 2024 edition of Glads. Then, of course, there's an Australian edition of that as well, kicking around as well. So there's all sorts. I know, Pop, right? Jeopardy, Wheel, and Gladiators. What year is it? And, of course, we've got Limitless Win, just to bed you into the fact that we are in the 2020s. Oh, yes, and Traitors started this week as well. And Eurovision Song Contest National Final season kicks off next week. It's all happening, folks. You don't even need quiz night. You've got all sorts of other stuff. So bye. No, wait. Come back. No, come back. You might be thinking, yeah, he's waffling on a bit tonight. It's because I don't really have anything planned for tonight. I really don't have anything planned. I need to get around to getting people signed up for more question writing for the back half of this season and leading into the next season. And I also need to schedule in the next couple of streams as well, including 5-year anniversary stream, which is not far away at all. It's really not far away at all. You did send me that pack, JB, and that is in the list of games to play in the interim before I get you people writing stuff. I hope you do this one dressed as Na'vi. I don't have anything special planned, unfortunately, because it's less than 2 weeks away, and I realised, like, this week is like, oh yeah, it's 5-year anniversary. I should probably do something big about that, and I have not planned a single thing about it. I really have just been in complete zonk mode over Christmas and New Year's, doing absolutely nothing. So, I mean, it's been good to do absolutely nothing, but also nothing has happened because I've done absolutely nothing. And I should have been doing stuff with regards to organising stream and things. So, yeah. What games run on the databases at this point? So, at the moment, Winning Lines does, though don't know when exactly that's going to come back, actually. 1 vs 100 is sort of in the middle between running in legacy mode, which is off of the database, and moving to a more pack-oriented style, because I already asked 6 or 7 people in the previous question writing block to write questions for 1 vs 100 specifically, with an aim at a specific set of difficulties, so that I can then pre-stack them ahead of time rather than letting RNG do all the work, essentially. That way we can get more, I guess, balanced gameplay out of 1 versus 100. And yeah, basically see if that works better than leaving it to RNG to do all the work, because there have been moments with, especially on the Dutch side of things, where RNG has been very kind to the one, but not very kind to the mob, and we had some runaway victories and kind of short gameplay where there really shouldn't be short gameplay. So yeah, 1 vs 100 is sort of in that grey area where it is using database questions, but moving to a stack or pack based environment. Winning lines, don't know when that's coming back, because that's been having some issues recently, and they're long-standing problems with with the format of doing it over Twitch. Unfortunately, it's kind of hit that point where Twitch is getting in the way, and Winning Lines works better is a live audience game, like actually in-person live audience game, or splitting off the Wonderwall as a separate experience like I used to do in the old days. That's kind of where I'm looking with that at the moment. And also looking at the year in review responses as well, to see where people are thinking with that, and that seems to be sort of in line with that. Yes, as Tipster says, do send in your end of year surveys, particularly the one question asking for what the best moments of the year were. I will say I've only had 7 responses on that particular question right now, and of the responses that have come through, there are a total of 6 moments specifically mentioned. So, not much of a highlight reel out of 6 moments. So, if you've got any suggestions on big moments of 2023, or you've got other things you want to talk to me about with regards to quiz nights going forward, then you'll need a link for that. Where is the link again? Let me click that, and let me put the link in this chat as well. I'll click that there. It is also available on Discord as well, but if you click on that, then you can do a fill the form out and give me your opinions. Tell me your opinions on on how everything is shaking out in quiz night. I'm glad to see that pretty much the preferences for most game shows have stayed about the same. Can you maybe suggest an idea for the future? Would you consider having an open form for people to submit highlights as we go through the year? Well, I mean, clips are sort of that halfway house. The clips channel in Discord is the halfway house of sharing moments on stream, but it's also become sharing videos as well, just generally outside of stream, which is, it's fine because it's low traffic. But if we wanted to have a more specific channel just for stream moments, then yeah, that might be better as its own channel outside of share, and then put it somewhere near general chat or something. Someone's made a suggestion where Discord needs probably a revamp as to where channels go anyway, so that's a that's a thing that he's sorting out. And also, Pop, one of the things I want to do in 2024 a bit more of, which we'll need talking to various people to help with maybe, is doing, as you say, YouTube clips or YouTube shorts, TikTok videos, just short form media to very quickly throw out best bits that have happened on the stream, get the word out there essentially, and then that could be more of a ongoing thing as things happen on stream that I can just immediately upload to. It could be Silent Marine that is just tightened up to just specifically clips from my stream, but yeah, wider discussion to be had about the actual layout of the Discord guild itself. But yeah, in terms of preferences for the games, most haven't changed since the year 3 and a bit review, with a couple of exceptions. Interestingly, 100% skewed higher. It went better. Clearly, I guess, because in the year 3 and a bit review, there was only one gameplay of it on April Fool's, so there wasn't much to make of it. Whereas we've now played that a few more times, and people kind of like it. So I guess 100% we might want to do a bit more of that in future. The other one that skewed worse was Redacted. That one actually skewed down since last time. And I mean, that's tied in with all sorts of things that I have sort of baggage with Redacted right now. It could probably come back, but yeah, I still have some hang-ups about that particular format. Yeah, I don't know when it'll come back, but yeah, it seems that the popular opinion has skewed in a similar sort of direction. The other thing that was notable was just how big of a love Outright still is. It is by far the most liked or loved format, shall I say, on Quiz Night, and is even stronger than last time it was voted for, and that's its, you know, it being the first of my originals, so it has been around here the longest, and yet still, amazingly, people still keep coming back for more on that, which is just phenomenal, actually, to see that people are still loving it. It is the fastest out of them, Silent Ring, very much so. It is the outright victor, very much so. Yeah, maybe some changes to that are needed in terms just of doing the network consistency issues that I keep mentioning about, that I haven't done for like a year and a bit. But yeah, that is on the horizon to make slightly better in places, just make it a little bit nicer. And someone made the suggestion of allowing players to play while eliminated on that game, just so they can just do something while ticking along, which I think is a fair thing to add, since I do a lot of that on other game shows on my side of things. So yeah, that might be a nice little thing to add in. Oh yeah, got a couple of more form entries that have come through. Not much to talk about on the Hackbox side of things. Most people just saying none needed or nothing to talk about, really. Though interesting that one person made a suggestion of having a lock button rather than just auto-locking or click, yet I had exactly that button on Wipeout and people complained about that. So clearly there's conflicting opinions about whether there should be a lock button or not when submitting answers. This is interesting. But other than that, not much to say. In terms of whether I stay doing 2 streams a week or reduce to 1, you seem to be okay with either. And in terms of what day of the week I stay on, if I do just 1, it's literally 50-50 whether I do Wednesday or Friday. So I think the result of that is do 2 if I can, and if I can't, then do 1. So it's as simple as that. It's kind of as simple as that. If I can do 2 and I'm up to doing 2, do 2. If I can't, do 1. And if I can't do 1, then do me. And based on what all the other responses to that question were of, you do what you need to do, go with what you're most comfortable with, whichever you feel most comfortable, do whatever you need to do suits you most, do whatever you're comfortable with, and special events are definitely a plus. So yeah, it's basically a case of do what you want to do, Ash. which is fine. Which is absolutely fine. Most saying stay at the original start time, with a few saying start earlier. I mean that's fine. I think it's pretty much going to be staying at the same start time because that works best for me. There is some interest for some development streams, so I may end up doing that on every couple weeks or so. So instead of it doing 2 streams of quizzing in a week, then it'll be like maybe a dev stream on the Wednesday and a quiz stream on the Friday or something like that. So that's an idea.
100 people and the top 6 answers are on the board.
Yes. Name a game show hosted by Ash the Bash. Thank you for the 100 bits there. In terms of game show ideas that people would like to see happen, interesting suggestions coming through. We've got Dislimster, we've got Carmen Sandiego, Nick Arcade, and Raven. Now, Raven will just be nigh on impossible for me to do, I'm afraid. And I would just wouldn't be able to pull it off. Frankly, I do not have the gravitas to be able to pull that off at all. The nigh on impossibility of it, catchphrase. Yes, you're right. That is the nigh on possibility of it. I'm not an artist. If I was able to find an artist to be able to do that kind of thing, then maybe we could do catchphrase. But no, I can't. Nick Arcade's already done elsewhere. Oh, that's that done deal anyway. A resurgence of Family Fortunes feud. Well, we've just mentioned about Family Fortune stuff. Top 6 answers on the board. Though I don't know about that. Pointless, possibly. Fits in the same bill of audience provided answers. Though, yeah, distinction kind of fills that blank. Friends Like These. Goodness me, this BBC prime time squarely in the late 90s, early noughties. Dog Eat Dog. Hang on, that's Ben. Of course, this one is from Ben. There you go. I mean, if you want to do it, Ben, go and do it. Bank Job. We've got Outright. It's a better version of Bank Job. Spellbound. Oh, interesting. 5 Minutes of Fortune. We're kind of scratching that itch with 1,000 Heartbeats. We're kind of bringing in some of the rounds from 5 Minutes to Fortune into that. So we're kind of already half scratching that. Blankety Blank. Yeah, I'll do Match Game, or at least I have done. Don't know when that's coming back, though. The Genius. Jesus Christ, I do not have the mental fortitude to plan anything as big as The Genius. Bridge of Lies. I think Topper has already expressed interest in wanting to do Bridge of Lies, so I'm not going to step on toes on that one. I'll defer to Topper on that if he does want to do Bridge of Lies, but that would definitely be a great format to do. Puzzling. That might work well. More cutesy Channel 5 puzzle quizzing. Custom games. Certainly, yeah, I need to figure out a new custom game. Though, make actually say things, the game show doesn't sound like it's a goer. Getting people into voice games rather than non-voice games. No, there's something that I have been working on, little bits and bobs of, that might scratch that itch. So that's an idea. Advancing outro, that's scores. I'm not touching that with a barge pole. That is scores to do with whatever he wants to do. You do keep saying do set on and I've got that on the list of things potentially to do. But I also have on the list of things to do for 1 vs 100 the old season 1 format, which I know people don't quite like, but that's not necessarily for appearing on Twitch. That is going potentially to appear as an app that you can actually use yourself with 1 vs 100. So that's on the list of things to do in 2024. I'll come back to that other idea thing that I've been working on. Who to invite onto said game shows. Or what are people saying? With the Twitch host, so doing more of the host v host stuff. I think that's absolutely sensible. Jay Foreman versus Tom Scott in Duel. I mean, that's a suggestion and a half. That is a hell of a suggestion. That might work out quite well. And then somebody else suggested directly below that, managing to get the technical difficulties team to go on a show. I mean, getting all 4 of them involved, that would be kind of crazy. Though that would sound more like a case of I do a thing for them on their channel, but the formats they do on technical difficulties are pretty stripped back. Don't think they really want a programmer to actually do anything technically minded on those kind of things. But anyway, it's certainly an idea. TD Quarrel would be interesting. Getting an actual chaser on one of the shows. I would imagine the Vixen possibly would be interested in doing something like that. Maybe not on my version of the chase, because I've had problems in the past when initially doing Beat the Chasers that I won't go into. So maybe not directly the chase, but other shows, yes. And not sure on that. And then the rest is all words for me to digest, so I will leave that until later for me to digest that. I watch Ash goes on an adventure and does a thing. TV show and tell host Duel. That was another suggestion that Shapes is mentioning. Yeah. That's a lot of interesting suggestions. You need to beat Ash to Duel again, do you, JB? Do you really? Put a chaser on GSN's Masterminds. That's never happened before. Thank you, Pop. So yeah, those are the immediate things that have come through on the review. And Colo, hello.
Evening all.
Evening to you. Thank you for the 45-month resub, Colo. Hope you're doing well. We're having a bit of a waffle tonight. We're not really doing much quizzing, but we are doing a bit of a waffle. So I hope you're okay with that. We might do some quizzing stuff later or game show stuff later, but we have things to waffle about. I guess the biggest thing to waffle about, though, in 2024 is Duel. Specifically, Duel 5 season tournament thing. DVEL. Because that is actually a thing that we are planning. We have actually been talking about it. There has actually been talk about it. We have done the green light on the tech side of things for the Duel website, so that is all good. So I'm hoping this year we can get around to actually doing the season 5 tournament of Duel proper. The Duel's plan. I mean, that looked great, actually, Topper. But yeah, we don't know yet when it's going to happen. But if it is going to happen, it's going to happen later than sooner. It's probably going to be more like June, July, August, September time in the year. Just because I know that we all need to get a lot of questions sorted and do it properly. And I want to do more fancy stuff, obviously, with the stream itself. So we're pushing that much later on into the year rather than saying it's happening in 3 months' time and then panicking, because we will definitely panic if it was happening in March. So we're definitely saying it's happening at the very earliest, and if not that, it's going to be even later than that, at the very earliest June. So don't be thinking that Duel's happening immediately. It will be happening soon, but hopefully in this year. Remember last time when I said about doing 500 questions and Time Shock. Jesus Christ, yeah, they happen very late in the year. Time Shock certainly happened very late in the year. Happened in December. So, yeah, that's on the plan. I do also have a plan to do a charity stream at some point this year, because I didn't really do one last year. And I think that's what I felt deflated by, is that I didn't have many big streams of the year. Like in previous years, I had 500 questions, big ass stream of that. I had Time Shock, big ass stream of that. 2023, I haven't really done anything like that. It was just sort of nothing there. So 2024, when I go do a charity stream of some description, big one, or a big long month of it or something instead, and make a big deal of it. As to what the charity is, I don't know yet. I haven't figured that far advanced, but certainly want to do something big, stream-wise, in 2024. But what that is, I don't know yet. I'm not going to burn myself out, Ralph. I'm intentionally putting these ideas way away in the schedule, like end of the year schedule, rather than in 2 months' time and causing me to not have any time to do anything. So yeah, things happening much later on in the year. It's then later Ash's problem to deal with. But also, I want to get other people to help organise those things rather than leaving it to just me doing it, because that was the problem that happened like 2 years ago, when doing all these big things. Is I kind of did all of the stuff on it, and I didn't let other people do things when they should be doing stuff, because I didn't trust people to do the thing. Whereas I am now trying to get to that point where I'm trusting people to do the thing, and that seemed to work out fine for the proofing in the latter half of last year, because the proofing workflow seemed to work quite well with the Trello setup and all the automated notifications in Discord. It worked out really, really well. So doing more of that kind of thing, and letting people just do stuff, giving them the gentle prod every now and then to do the stuff, but letting them do stuff so that I can then do other stuff that I actually want to do, then makes life much easier. I just don't want this to turn into a middle management kind of job. Don't want streaming to be middle management. Anyway, right. Those are the sort of the big things, I suppose, of 2024. What do you think out there? I mean, what do you say? I mean, obviously you've given some responses in the form, but what do you want to see from me on stream in the next year? What do you want? Tell me. Give me answers. Sell me the answer. No, wait, that's a different show entirely. Oh, we're getting this music again. Okay. Me and Tips are in a fist fight. Doing fisticuffs? Oh, I don't know about that. Like to see me be a contestant a little more often. Oh, that would be nice. That would be very nice, Sportsy. Yeah, if we wanted to get more of the Twitch hosts crossing over the streams, then that would be cool to be able to play each other's games a bit more. So yeah, yeah, I would certainly be up for that. Eurocrision 2024 will happen, says Score. He's already sealing the deal that EQ 2024 is happening. Okay. Me for 1 vs 100. God, when was the last time I played 1 vs 100? God, when was the last time I played 1 vs 100? Obviously, I do ask the host, which is not the same. I mean, I know I played it in 2019 when I was away in Sweden, but
if you need any help with video
I don't think
editing,
I've played it properly
I'm
since
more than
then.
happy to offer my services.
Huh. Interesting. I don't think I've ever actually played 1 vs 100 since then. Huh. Well, that's definitely on the bucket list to do then, I suppose. If you need any help with video editing, hit me up. Well, I do already have Tipster on the blower for that. But if I do need anybody else to help out with video editing, then I will get your name on the list as well, Danny. Thank you very much for the 100 bits, and thank you for making me aware of the possibility of extra video editors on the deck, as it were. Willing to host something if you want to play, but it'll be on the weekends, of course. Yeah, it'll be stupid time zone stuff.
Fine. If Tipster needs help.
Thank you for the 100 bits there, Danny. And, well, we'll see. We will see. And 100 bits from Kurzov. For Tip. Tip needs a lot of help. No, he doesn't. Thank you for the 100 bits there, Kurzov. So, yeah, we've got... Obviously, I want to do a bit more video editing. Well, more video content, which will need video editors to do that in order to go to like TikToks and the and YouTube Shorts and things like that. But that's a side thing outside of actually doing quiz content. A host's countdown tournament. Tournament. Goodness me. That'll be involved. Quite a few games then. I mean, yeah. I mean, I've certainly played Countdown on stream before. We've had the tankers moment on stream, back with Ben's build of Countdown, the first build of Countdown, in fact, because he has done 2 games of that now. Yeah, that's. I did get a 6, yes, but it wasn't actually tanker that I declared. I declared a different word. But yes, that was way back when. Now, Jesus Christ. Guest host only in his Google Sheets, the very original before. Yes, Ben. Yes. Let me quickly open up a thing. I'm going to quickly open up a thing. And this is the thing that I was alluding to earlier by people saying they wanted to do more voice games, as it were. I mean, this will work perfectly as a Discord game and or a sort of live Twitch game kind of thing. And I still need to do a bit more on it. And I don't know exactly if people necessarily want this or not, but I mean, it has been suggested infrequently. And upon watching quite a few episodes of this over the Christmas period, I have grown very fond of it very quickly, even if I don't necessarily understand the language they're speaking. Polish, by the way. Then yeah, I do like the show, and it alludes to earlier on, Oni. It alludes to earlier on, because I played some music. Yeah, that music's from that show. Yeah, so it's that. It is that, Oni, yes. Yeah. Aventura Ocasa, or Cash Battle, I think, is the sort of the anglicised title of that. I did a bit of a mess around of that in Unity, doing just a little bit of fun, and if you've never seen Aventura before, it's what's the best way of describing it? 3 teams of 4 play against each other in sort of auctions to play for a question. If you win the auction, you win the pot. If you don't, then the pot stays as it is, and if you lose all your money, then you're out of the game. And then whoever is the winning team out of that then plays against the champions from the previous episode. But there could be all sorts of things that can happen and show up on the wheel, which is perfectly situated right by the host. I've never quite seen a show before where they've just got a small wheel just sat right by the host, and he just sits where he is and goes slip. It's brilliant. And yeah, the auctioning system is actually quite fascinating, especially when you catch all the sort of the edge cases and special situations that come up, especially when the host just chucks in money into the pot randomly every now and then as well. Because like, yeah, I have free reign. There you go, extra money in the pot. Go, make this interesting. Who cares about standards and practices? Let me just show you that there. That's what I've got currently on it. I can't even remember any of the commands I have for this. I think it's spacebar to do a spin. Is it spacebar to do a spin? Yes, it is. Oh, apparently that character doesn't exist in this font. Fantastic. But yeah, that's got it. I mean, I just have a load of fun just hitting the spin button because you get this wonderful music. And then it just lands on that. By the way, that music that you just heard there is actually 2 completely different tracks being spliced together. It's so weird. It's so weird when I was looking for the music. It's like, what? Hang on, these are 2 completely different songs. How did they work together? That is how they work together. It's amazing. Chemia is that one. And what's the button to say play the question? No, that's spin. I can't even remember the controls I have for this. I thought it was just spacebar again, but maybe it wasn't. No, it isn't. Huh. What is that? What is... I need to look at the code now. Popovich is an interesting one, though, because that is a help. That one isn't a question. It's to earn an extra help later down the line. And later down the line can be literally any show so long as you're still surviving. So you can get carryover champions that have earned one of these from earlier on in their run, and they can use it on like episode 4 or episode 5 of their run because they still have it in their possession. It's kind of crazy that they track that information. It's brilliant. That yeah, you can get helps like this, or you can actually explicitly barter for one in place. Exactly, Score. You can barter for one in place, though those ones are at the whim of the hosts to say how much they're worth, whereas these ones are done directly by auction. And then, of course, there is the black box, which is just a prize. You don't know what it is until we get to the end of the game. You just bid for a box, which gets opened up at the end, which could be... basically nothing, or a pickle, or it could be 4 motorcycles. Cause it can. 4 like Harley Davidson was like one of the final episodes they did. What is the button? I'm trying to look now for what the bloody button is to do things. What do I do with the wheel? E to finish the spin. There you go. E to end. That's what I meant to press. It just does music. And then you do A for auction, and then you go space to put in the initial bid, and then away you go. So yeah, they all have to put in an ante, which is 200 zloty to start with, and then you have to bid up in increments of 100. Note that anything you do bid, you are essentially rendering to the pool. Even if you don't win the question, you will lose that which you bid if you to the pool. 500 for what team are you, Score? I'm guessing you're Team Blue, so 500 blue. I need to make auctioning active. Hang on. Auctioning active. No! Shoot! Auction. Bid. How do I activate the bidding again? Activate bidding is... I forget. Where has that gone? Auction is active. Bidding is open. Now, there we go. There's the music. So we'll go 500 blue. So blue currently has the bid 500. Anyone want to bid? Thank you for the 22 months, Aaron.
Greetings all.
Greetings to you. Green 700. All right, 700 green. Now 600 you missed out. Yellow 1600. Big bid there. It's a big bid for yellow. Anybody want to go for it? Or is that going to be it? And that is going to be apparently another thing. Apparently not the end of the thing. Where's the end of the auction? I don't even know where the end of the auction button's gone. But there is an end of auction button as well. But yeah. But yeah, it is very doable. And you do all sorts of crazy things with that. Eventually, it'll make itself into a game, but we'll get there eventually. What are the translated words for auctioning? Well, stand conta is sort of your team's bank balance. Pooler is pool, and then you've got all the different category names as well. So yeah, that's on the horizon of things to potentially do. If I do another spin. Just so I don't want to listen to the music again. Just want to listen to the music again. That's a hell of a category name as well. Hell of a category name, that. So yeah, that is a thing that is potentially happening in future as well. Aventura Ocasa. And we may even have the Mistral, the champion's chair as well. So yeah, that is stuff and things that has been on my mind. And yeah, not much else really to say. What else have I been doing? Really, there hasn't really been much to do. Well, there has been much to do. I just haven't done any of it. I do want to get Relativity Hack Boxified. I just want to get most of the game shows, actually, at least hack boxified in some way, form, or factor. That way, then, we can get people playing from YouTube, because then we won't necessarily have to have Twitch chat to do that. And get doing the simultaneous live streams over on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Also a potential thought. That is another thing I want to try and experiment with in 2024. But yeah, does require me to have a game that isn't tied directly to Twitch chat. And I don't want to implement YouTube chat because, oh, Jesus Christ, that just doesn't work. It really doesn't work. So, we've got about an hour still on the stream, and I'm just waffling at this point. What game do you want to play? Because I really don't have anything else to do right now, and I haven't planned anything. So what do we want to play? What do we want to have a game of? It could literally be anything. You know, that was that dual pack spare, said David. Oh, you're right, there was. I was also informed from 8 that there is potentially a 1000 Heartbeats game that we could play. We could do just a bit of 1 vs 100. Oh, excuse me. You just want a chat stream, do you? Okay. I mean, we can certainly do that. I'll try and think of something else to talk about for the next hour or so. An hour of marbles. Well, I mean, we could do some marbles fighting rather than marbles racing. I do Wonderwall. I mean, we kind of did do that on the 4-year Pokenuts. We did do that with me taking on the Wonderwall. We haven't done 1000 Heartbeats in a while. I did also have the suggestion of we could do In the Grid and actually just have a couple of people join me in voice to play In the Grid instead. Oh, I play Wonderwall. Oh God, no. Kill me now. All clued up. Oh, I know you've got all clued up as well, JB. But I'm holding that for next week because I need to fill some time before I get some new written questions done. So yeah, we could do some in the grid because I know that doesn't require any questions. And we can get some dukes paid out, and we can have some fun with people in voice as well. So you know what? Let's get that loaded up. We'll go for in the grid. Let's load that up. There it is. Now, I will need to join Live Studio then, in that case, in order to be able to do... We haven't done a voice chat call, no. Yeah, we haven't done a voice chat call game of In the Grid yet. Whenever I see ITG, I think In the Groove. It's so weird. Yeah, exactly. Every time I see ITG, it's just like, oh god, it's in the Groove. Konami will sue. Not ITG then. But not that one. It's a different ITG. So different ITG. Diff ITG. There you go. Oh dear. Anyway, we had Fluffy, Bun Esquire, and Cetra last time. That's what's just loaded up. I found Rail. Jesus. I do need to configure what tile setup we have for tonight as well, don't we? We're going to do that and that, I think, is our setup for this one. Go with that one. And let's go to Nightbot. I've realised the music's not on. Let's put the music back on and let's do a giveaway thing on Nightbot. If you'd like to play, you know what, I will use that phrase. If you'd like to play In the Grid and can join voice in Discord, then enter in with Diff ITG. We're just going to go with that as the canonical name now. And we might do 2 games tonight. We might have enough time to do that, especially if we've got people in voice directly. While you're figuring that out, let me just figure out the key commands again on this one. So we did mess it up last time. So let me just quickly... That was show. That's R for randomize. S with shift to show all the things. Not that one. What was the command to show in order? It's D for the order. Distribution. D for distribution. That's what I want to say. D for distribution. And then hide is H. Click to do the thing. Click to do that. Yeah, okay. I think I've got the commands again. Don't forget to exit play mode before you save the scene. Yes. Very critical, that is. Right. Let's pick 2 players. Who are we going to be facing off against in the grid tonight? Pyropygmy and Tipster. I'm just listening to the music thinking, this isn't Chocobo music, but it could be Chocobo music. Got a tipster. Do we have a Pyropygmy? We do have a Pyropygmy in the green room. Thank you, Colo, for helping sound check. Let me check all of that out there. Does it, Odie? Slime Mambo number 5. Okay, we have our players here, and I've just realised I don't have my Discord audio set up properly. So let me sort that out quickly. That needs to go to there. Now I can magically hear you. Turn that off. And I also need to get the other Discord in here as well. Need to get Quizbots so you can hear the game. How are we doing, Pyro and Tipster? Anyway, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
I forgot it was Friday.
You forgot it's Friday.
I'm still in the miasma of New Year.
You're in the what day point. Is this mode still? Yeah. Well, I can tell you, it is Friday.
It's Friday. Which is good. That means it's the weekend tomorrow.
Oh, yes. Very much so. There's Quizbot joining in as well. So, I'm going to move... You know what? I'm going to have a pretzel audio on. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to put that on. Where is the default? That's on default. So now it's going to come through everything. You're going to hear it. Stream's going to hear it. VOD's going to hear it as well. So I'm going to risk it tonight. I'm going to play some chill EDM music through it. Yeah, that's good enough.
That'll do.
So let me set the players up. We have got username Pyro Pygmy, and we've got. Hang on, why did that not work? Try again. There we go. And over on the right, we have got Tipster. There we go. All configured perfectly there. So how does this work, Kozov? Don't worry, I will give you some explanation of the rules right now. So, Pyro and Tipster are going to face off against each other here in the grid. You see a grid of 16 cells here. And behind each one of them is a coloured tile. The colour of said tile dictates exactly what that tile will do. Gold is cash that just adds a certain amount to their current bank. Green is a bonus that increases their current bank by a percentage. Purple is a steal. You will steal a certain percentage from your opponent. Red is a penalty. You will lose a certain percentage of your bank. And that one black tile is the one you never want to hit. It is the bankrupt tile, and you'll lose everything in your current bank. We play until all but one of the tiles have been revealed. So Pyro Pygmy will have the first and also the last turn in this game. We just keep playing until all of the tiles have been revealed. Even if all of the beneficial tiles have been revealed, we continue playing, knowing that there are some negative tiles we have to get through before we get to the end of the game. So that is part of the aspect of the game, is playing the tiles in the correct order, essentially, throughout the game. But they're not going to know exactly where the tiles are, because this would be far too easy to remember. So let me shuffle up the grid and hide it all away. And now they are all in a random position behind those grid positions A1 through to D4. Each player is going to start off with 10,000 dukes just to play with, and whoever has the most at the end will get to pay that out. As a reminder, they also have reveals, 2 reveals each. Before they play a tile to actually to uncover, they can decide to get some hidden information about a particular tile by using a reveal. So if they were to choose to reveal B2, then they will get to know the colour, but not necessarily the value of what is behind that particular grid cell. They can then choose to play that if they wish to, or hold that information until later on. It's entirely up to them how they wish to play their reveals, whether to use it in a strategic sense or not. That is how the game works, and I think we're all ready to play. Pyro, you ready?
I'm ready.
Tipster, are you ready?
Yep, as I'll ever be.
All right then, let's get the game underway. I'm going to turn the pretzel music down a little bit like that because I think it's just a bit too overbearing right now. So yeah, Pyro, you have the first move. What would you like to do?
Can I go for C3, please?
C3, absolutely. So for C3, Pyro Pygmy, what have we got for you? I mean, that's a start. It's definitely a start. Get it out of the way, I suppose. But you lose all of your 10,000 dukes, just like that.
It's only up from here.
Things can only go up from here, very much so, Pyro Pygmy. Though, interestingly, what you have also done by doing that, Pyro, is if Tipster finds the one and only steel on the grid, the steel is worth absolutely nothing, because whatever percentage of nothing it's nothing. So, Tipster, you are in the lead by 10,000 dukes.
This game is so wild sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to start off with D4, please.
D4 for Tipster. What is
with
behind?
the ill behaviour?
What's it behind D4? It's gold for you. It is cash worth 10,000 dukes, so double you up to 20,000 dukes. Pyro, control back over to you. What would you like to do?
Can I get B1, please?
B1. We can do that indeed. Now, interestingly, if you get any negative from this point onwards right now, like any penalty tile, for example, regardless of what the value of that penalty tile is, you're losing nothing because you're already on nothing. So, get them out the way early, I suppose. You're on zero.
A game for
How much of your zero are you losing? 70% of your zero. I mean, what you have done by doing that is, well, removed it from Tipster's potential picks. So, Pyro, you're still on zero. We'll come back to you shortly. Tipster, you still have the advantage. 20,000 currently now the lead. There is one fewer penalty tile thanks to Pyro. What would you like to do?
Let's try A3.
A3. All right then. For you, A3 is you picking nothing but cash right now. How much?
Apparently so.
12,500. Brings you up to 32,500, still with the lead. Pyro, this would be the perfect time, or one perfect time, to use a steal if you can find it, but there's only one of them out there. Avoid the 4 penalties. Try and hit a cash. The green ones are going to do nothing for you because you have nothing in the bank.
Yes.
Remember, you do have reveals as well.
Yeah.
You want to play C2?
Play C2, yeah.
Okay. C2 it shall be. What's behind it? Oh, it's a positive, but because you're on zero, it does absolutely nothing for you because it's a bonus of 65%.
Oh my goodness.
That would have been a perfect pick for Tip right now. Would have been a perfect pick for you
been
earlier on. But at this point in the game, it's worth absolutely nothing to you. You've had 3 bad picks in a row. Though what you have done is taken that away from Tipster's prying hands. Tipster, you're still in the lead. There are only 2 bonuses left now. 4 penalties. 1 stealed up there still as well.
I'd like to use a reveal.
Oh, you sneaky devil. Where would you like to reveal?
Everyone's favourite paper size, A4.
A4, okay. So for Tipster, I will message you on Discord in a moment. The colour but not the value of A4. Okay, and I'm messaging to you that there is one of those guys. So with that information, Tipster, what do you want to do? Do you want to play A4 or would you like to play somewhere else?
I'd like to take A4, please.
Would like to take A4.
Yes, please.
Pyro, what do you think is behind A4 then?
I say, can only really be a bonus or a yellow, so probably a good bonus, I would guess.
Well, he doesn't know the value of anything, only the colour of it. So, show me the colour of money. No, wait, it's a different show. A4. You're right, it is a bonus. How much bonus is Tipster getting? 100% bonus!
What?
Doubles you up to 65,000 toots.
Okay.
Massive bank balance right now.
Yep.
You've hit all positives so far, Tipster.
Yeah, that's scary. That shouldn't be happening.
So the thing is, obviously, you're making it more likely down the line to hit penalties, which are going to reduce that bank balance. Plus, also, there's a steal still up there, potentially in the grid to be picked, and that steal can steal. Well, how much do I have it configured for right now? A steal can steal up to anything up to 60% of your current bank balance. So it can't steal all, but it can steal enough to take the lead. Pyro, we come back to you. We need to get you off 0.
Can I reveal D3, please?
Where was that again, sorry?
D3, Delta 3.
Delta 3. Yes, I can reveal that for you. So I'll give you a message on Discord in a moment. The colour, but not the value of D3. Okay.
I really want it to be something good for you.
And telling you that is what is behind that.
Right. Okay.
I'm also listening to this music thinking, this is some really good kind of, tension bed-ish music without it being too over-dramatic.
It's chill tension, which is a
Yeah.
very weird thing to say.
Yeah, I like it. So I've just given it the old like on Pretzel, because it does sound a bit like it would be on the show because of a little bit. Anyway, Pyro, what would you like to do with that information?
I'd like to play B4, please.
B4, is that Bravo 4?
Bravo 4, yes, please.
Okay, so playing away from the revealed position. What do you make of that, Tipster?
I mean, there's two things that the two things that are good for Pyro there, so it's probably a red. It could be a green. It could be a green and they're hanging on to it until they've got money. But it's probably a red.
Well, we're going to B4. Let's have a look. Pyro, for you, what's behind B4? Well, that answers that question.
Yep.
It's the final bonus of the grid. But you've got 0 still, Pyro. And as we all know in maths, 70% of 0 is still 0.
Yes.
So I'm afraid, Pyro, you've taken the final bonus of the grid. You are still on 0.
Pyro, can you do me a favour and pick 53 numbers between 1 and 59?
53 numbers, I love it.
And I think I need to do that as well.
This is the most unlucky game I have seen of In the Grid. I mean, I've seen only a few, but this is the most unlucky so far.
A steal could change everything at this point, right?
A steal at the last moment, which could be the final tile of the game, remember? Because Pyro will be picking last. That could change everything. So, Tipster, you got 4 cash, 1 steal. Which for you, taking the steal would kind of secure your position. It doesn't do anything, but it secures your current position.
That's fair.
4 penalties to avoid, though. Those will bring you down.
Yeah.
And those penalties can be as strong as 90%.
basically a coin flip at this point. So I think I'm going to. It might be a bit early for it, and some people might disagree with me, but I think I'm going to use my second reveal.
Oh, early information. Interesting. Where would you like to reveal, Tip?
Let's get explosive. Let's go C4.
C4. So for tipster only, the colour but not the value of C4. Okay, and I will message you that it is that information for you.
Okay.
So with that, what would you like to do?
It does nothing for me at the moment, so I'll go for A1, please.
Going for A1. Does nothing for you right now, I said, rather offhandedly, Pyro. What do you make of that?
I think of that either possibly holding on to a yellow, possibly keeping the split, or it could just be a penalty. I'm not sure. I say this one could be anything.
Well, we're going to move away from C4 for now. Going to A1. For tipster, A1 is worth...
What the heck?
Cash! It's straight at cash to the value of 5,000. Brings you up to an even 70k. This is crazy value right now.
The thing is that, like, I know there are penalty squares out there that could be anywhere up to 90, and that's nerving me out a bit.
Yeah, that is the thing, is you're boosting this up all the way, but there's still big penalties potentially up on the board. Pyro, you need to get some cash fast. Ideally, you don't want to hit any penalties right now because that'll make Tipster's game easier.
Yes.
If anything, now is the time for the steal. Just to get you with some balance to play with.
I think I'm D1 done.
You're going to play D1?
Yes, please.
Okay. D1 then. For Pyro Pygmy, what is the value? Oh, sorry, what's the colour of D1? Finally!
Hey!
Finally, it's cash for Pyro. How much cash, though? Oh, 20,000 dudes. That's a nice boost.
That.
So, you're off the board. Back up to 20,000 now. Finally in with a shout on this grid. How many do we have still unplayed? 7 tiles unplayed right now. Means Tip still has 3 to play. Pyro still has 3 to play. Tip, we turn to you. You've used all your reveals now. You still have additional information to C4. Pyro has additional information on D3. What's your gut telling you to do now?
I think I'm gonna go for B2, please. Bravo 2.
B2, interesting. Tipster, how much is B2 going to be worth? Jesus Christ, it's more cash! It's more cash! There was only 2 of them left on the grid, and this is one of them. How much cash for Tipster? 25,000 dudes!
What the hell?
Brings you up to 95,000 dudes! By far the biggest I've seen this game go. Obviously, I've scaled it up for dupe value rather than pound value. But this is phenomenal territory. We turn back to you, Pyro. There is only 1 cash tile left. There is only 1 steel tile in the grid. The rest are all penalties. So, at some point soon, we're going to hit the apex of what your bank balance could be. You have one reveal left that you could play. What would you like to do?
Can I reveal A2, please?
A2. We can indeed reveal that for you. So for you, the colour, but not the value, of A2. And I can tell you that it is that. So with that information in mind, Pyro, what would you like to do?
Take A2, please.
Would you like to play A2?
Oh no.
What are you thinking, Tip?
I think it's either cash or steal. I'm really hoping it's not the steal.
A2 for Pyro Pygmy is... It's the final cash tile on the grid. So no matter what happens now, these will be the maximum values that you have in your current bank balance. Although actually, steel could actually increase your bank balance. I'm just gonna talk out my ass for a bit. Pyro.
The pot is.
The overall pot is maximized. Yes. But for Pyro, how much cash are they getting added to their bank balance? 7,500. Not the biggest that we've seen up here, but it's enough to add a bit of extra value. 27,500 doots you're now up to, Pyro. Tipster, this is your penultimate play in the grid. There's only one tile that can add value to you. The rest will bleed value.
So I kind of want to hit a red here, honestly.
I mean, if you want to try and reduce the amount that Pyro could steal away from you, yes, in essence.
Well, because I'm guaranteed to hit at least one, so sooner rather than later, I suppose.
Depends on the strength of the one you pick, though.
Oh, that too, yeah. Let's go next door to Pyro Pygmy. Let's go D2, please.
Going with D2. Okay. We've got 1 steal and 4 penalties left in the grid. The only positive left is the steal. The rest are all penalties, but of varying values. And the steal, we don't know what the value of the steal is either. Tipster, what are you getting? Oh my god! It's a steal!
Damage limitation!
It's a steal for Tipster!
What the hell?
It's played all positives throughout this entire game so far. You have to hit a negative later. We know that as a fact. But you've played all positives up to this point. So Pyro, the only hope you have left now is the penalties you pick are low, and the one penalty that Tipster picks is big.
Yeah.
But first of all, we need to determine how much is getting stolen here. As I said, the max that could be stolen is 60%. How much is Tipster stealing from you, Pyro? It's the maximum 60%. Means, Pyro, you're down to 11,000. Tipster, you're in 6-figure territory on 111,500.
Tipster's a mass.
That's not normal.
And these
That's not normal.
These are the maximums that will ever be in this game. From this point onwards, we're going down. And as I say, Pyro, you need to hit the smallest penalties possible and hope that Tipster hits the biggest penalty possible.
Yeah.
You have 2 tiles to play, Pyro. Which one are you playing first?
I'll take B3, please.
B3 was that?
B3, Bravo 3,
Bravo 3. We know that it's going to be a penalty. Because we just know that as a fact. Now, how much are you losing of your 11,000, Pyro? Oh, it's a fairly big one. 45%. Brings you down to 6,050. Tipster, It's your final turn. We know it's a penalty somewhere, but which value are you going to hit?
Oh gosh. Do I go with the one that Pyro Pygmy's been holding on to? The one I've been holding on to?
Well, the thing is,
just
neither
there?
of you know the value of them.
Yeah, exactly. Let's let fate decide. C1, please.
Going completely off the wall. C1.
Yep.
So, Tipster. I'm going to find out what your final value is here. We know it's a penalty. We'll quickly reveal that. What's the percentage loss?
Please low. Please low.
Even me saying, come on, negative percentage. 75% is a big loss. Brings you down to 27,875, but will secure the deal. Pyro, we may as well play the final turn out. Which would you like, D3 or C4?
I say we'll go out with a bang with C4, please.
Bang with C4. It is a penalty, and it is apt it's on C4 because it's a 90% loss on C4. Which brings you down to 605 at the end of the game. Tipster, you are the winner with 27,875 dukes, and I have
Jesus
just paid
Christ.
those out. What a game that was! My God!
Definitely one for the ages.
Should have played the lottery tonight. Jesus Christ.
Pyro, you had, I think, some of the worst luck possible on In the Grid. Hitting off with a bankrupt early on and then getting bonuses to just rub salt into the wounds. You just can't do anything about that. Pyro, how do you feel?
Yes, just yes.
Pop in chat saying Pyro deserves to keep that 605. You're absolutely right, he does.
I totally agree
I have
with
just
that.
paid you your 605 dukes there, Pyro.
That was an atrocious run of luck.
Man, what a run that was. I have just paid the 605. Tipster, apparently you could do no wrong in this game. And outside of all that, you end up on 27,875, which, considering what we had earlier on in 111,000, is quite a significant loss, but still a very good win on In the Grid. How do you feel?
Why am I getting my luck this early in the year? That's no. Stay. No. Goodness me, that was ridiculous.
Very much so. Tips are about to hit the National Lottery tomorrow night. Indeed, Chrono. Yes.
Is it on Saturday? Oh yeah, it's Friday. It's a Friday. This is what I mean.
You missed out.
I was like, I should have gone out and done the lottery tonight, thinking it was Wednesday.
I mean, you do the daily draw. You do the Lotto daily one if that still exists.
Oh, they still do dailies? Oh my goodness.
I don't know if they do. I'm just saying if they do or not, because I know they used to at some point. Anyway, Pyro, Tipster, thank you very much for a just frankly amazing game of In the Grid. I hope you both had fun.
Thank you so much.
It was very much fun. Thank you.
Super. Thank you very much for playing. Have a happy new year, and I hope to see you soon again in 2024.
You too, and definitely see you soon.
Oh yes. Take care. Oh goodness me! What a game that was. What a game of In the Grid. And you know what? We've got time for another one. So if you want to play, then if you didn't say it before, diffITG, say that again in chat, and you'll get added to the list to be picked for game number 2. You'll need to be able to join me in voice to play the game. But my God, what a game that was. And I suppose I should reveal what is behind D3 as well. Let me press the shift reveal button. Oh no, that's the randomize button. I forgot about that. What R is randomize, not reveal. That's what I did last time, wasn't it? Well, there you go. Now you don't know, but it was a penalty. It was a 60% penalty would have been behind D3. So I'm going to set a different grid up. Let's go. Let's go with 10. Let's go with that. Go a bit more. Bit more chaotic on this one. Yeah, we'll do that. I'll even do that to make it even more chaotic. I know the previous game was pretty chaotic, but I'm going to change the combination just a little bit more on this one. It's going to be kind of crazy.
Manifest Oni and JB.
Manifest Oni and JB. Well, let's find out. We've got Mr. Vertigo and we've got Brian. Mr. Vertigo and Brian. I have picks on Nightbot. So, if you two could please make your way to the green room and we'll get you sound checked to play in the grid game number 2 tonight. I'm going to change the music up a bit. We've got a Brian. Just need a Mr. Vertigo as well. If they are still around. Yes, they are. And Colo's in the green room. Thank you, Colo, again, helping the sound check. Let me get the game loaded. Like that. And load the names up in here. So we've got Mr. Mr. Vertigo, set player. And over on the right hand side we have got B Hang 88 set player. There we go. Everything has been. Oh, sorry, it's an extra 8. Try that again. There we go.
Right. Yeah.
So, welcome, Mr. Vertigo and Brian. Happy New Year. How are we doing?
Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
Welcome on in. Well, you just saw how chaotic that edition of it in the grid was. How do you feel going into this grid, Mr. Vertigo?
Oh, if that first game is anything to go by, then I don't know.
Could be all sorts on the card to this one. Brian, do you have any strategies going into tonight's game? Any mind games?
After this game, I might take Tipster to the casino with me. He's that lucky.
I mean, that's an interesting strategy, certainly. So, let's have a look to see at the distribution that you will be playing with tonight. So this was a bit more interesting. We've got 6 cash on play. We've reduced it down to 2 bonuses, but we have 3 steals in the grid. So a lot of exchanging of cash potentially in this game. We have 4 penalties and, of course, always the 1 bankrupt tile. I will add that I've changed the value of bonuses, so they could go up to as much as 150% bonus.
Okay.
Wow.
And steals I've increased up to a maximum of 75%. Penalties I have increased up to 95% maximum. So I'm increasing all the percentages to make it a wider variance. So very, very interesting potential on this grid. The rest has stayed as they are. So let's randomize and hide it all away. And that is the grid all loaded up. We'll, of course, always start off with the player in the left-hand position, which is Mr. Vertigo. And remember, you do have 2 reveals each at your disposal, should you wish to know a bit of information about the grid before you make a play. So, Mr. Vertigo, let's get this game underway. Let's play in the grid. Where do you like to go first?
I'll play B2, please.
Is that Bravo 2?
Yes, please.
Okay. Hopefully, get you off the mark and not do a Pyro Pygmy in the left-hand spot. B2 for you. It is cash to the value of 17,500. Well, that's a good start. That's definitely a good start. You're up to 27,500 doots. Brian, we now move to you. What is going to be your first turn?
Let's take let's explode the new year with a C4, please.
You're going for the explosive C4. Well, we saw last time that it had the maximum potential penalty of 90% in that grid, and I have increased the potential penalty up to 95% on this one, but that's if it is a penalty tile. C4, are you still explosive? It's still a penalty.
Well, got it done early. Get out of the way early.
How big of an explosion?
Of course.
95%! Might as well be a bankrupt at this point, but at least it keeps you in the game with 500 doots. Yes, 500 doots!
Yep, I was going to take it. At least it's not total disaster.
Mr. Vertigo, we turn back to you. You do have the lead by 27,000 doots. What would you like to do next?
Let's go A3, please.
A3 for Mr. Vertigo. Let's see what you've got. Oh, okay, maybe you've taken over Tipster's role. We've kind of done a podium reversal here. Mr. Vertigo, how much are you getting on the cash tile? 7,500 doots brings you up to 35,000 doots. You now have a lead by 34,500 doots. Brian, you're not on zero, so bonuses will be worth something. Penalties will reduce your bank balance by a certain amount, but there is still a bankrupt out there. You don't want to hit it. Really don't want to hit that. Let's try and bolster your balance up a bit here. Where are you going?
I like to try B1. I like to B1 for once. B1, Bravo 1.
Okay, for Brian, what's behind B1? It's a bonus.
I'll take it.
It's positive. It's not going to be much because you only have 500 in the bank. But how much of a bonus are you getting? Ooh, that was a big one. 125% bonus that Mr. Vertigo could have had. Instead, you've taken it, Brian, and it brings you up to, I mean, that's not bad, up to 1,125 there now.
It's better than a bankrupt, Ash. It's better than a bankrupt.
It is certainly better than a bankrupt. Mr. Vertigo, we come back to you. What would you like to do? Remember, you have reveals at your disposal as well.
Oh, let's play C2, please.
Playing C2. Okay, for Miss Vertigo, what have we got behind Charlie 2? It's purple. It's a steal. You're going to be stealing some of Brian's money. I mean, there's not much money there, though there is now more because there was the 125% bonus. So how much are you stealing away from Brian? 40% of his balance. Brings Brian down to 675. Mr. Vertigo, you are now up to 35,450. So, Brian, state of play is there's only one bonus left on the grid. There are 2 steals, and now would be a good time to steal.
I want to use one of my reveals, please.
Sure, where would you like to reveal?
Let's reveal A4.
Going for the paper size A4. So for you, I will message you in a moment the colour but not the value of A4. Okay, and messaging you right now. but that is worth that to you. So, with that information, what would you like to do?
I'm going to save that and let's go to D1.
Say that again?
D1.
Delta
1.
Okay, so moving away from A4, playing Delta 1 instead. Mr. Vertigo, what do you make of that move?
Well, it doesn't sound like it's a good one for him, that A4, so... I don't know.
Well, let's see. Moving away, Brian, what you got behind D1? Oh, it's a good pick for you. It's cash. How much cash are you getting, Brian? Oh, big one, 20,000. 20,000 dukes going your way. And suddenly you are now in this game. 20,675 plays Mr. Vertigo's 35,450. Okay, turning now back to Mr. Vertigo. What would you like to do? We have an interesting distribution left in the grid. 3 cash, 1 bonus, 2 steel, 3 penalties. There's still the bankrupt out there.
I think I'll like to reveal A1, please.
Revealing A1, okay. So for you, I'll message you in a moment. The colour, but not the value of A1. Okay, and I will message you now. There's some information for you. So with that information in mind, would you like to play A1 or would you like to play somewhere else?
I think I'll play D3, please.
D3, okay. Brian, what do you make of that then, playing elsewhere?
I'm thinking that could be something bad over there. I think you made a good strategy on that.
So Mr. Vertigo thinks that you're holding on to a bad one, and Brian thinks that Mr. Vertigo is holding on to a bad one. So that accounts for what, 2 of the penalties that's on the grid still? Okay, interesting. Let's see then what we've got behind D3 for Mr. Vertigo. It's one of the 3 remaining cash. How much cash for Mr. Vertigo to extend your lead? 22,500 keeps you in lockstep with Brian's 20,000. Mr. Vertigo up to 57,950. You've got some big bucks there now. Imagine a bonus of 150% on that. That would be kind of crazy.
I can find that.
Brian,
that'd be crazy as well.
Over to you. What would you like to do?
Let's stick with my Bs. Let's go with B4.
Bravo 4. Okay. For Brian, B4. Oh no! It's the black tile. It is the bankrupt. And all of that 20,675 goes in the bin. All of that hard work from the 20,000 cash gone to waste. Mr. Vertigo, you have the sole lead. Any steal right now would not be beneficial to you, though you will then be removing it from play from Brian to be able to use against you. What would you like to do, Mr. Vertigo?
I'll use that last reveal. I'll go for reveal B3, please.
Okay, final reveal for Mr. Vertigo. The colour but not the value of B3. Okay, and I will message you to say it is that. So with that information in mind, you'd like to play A1 that was revealed earlier, or B3, or would you like to play somewhere else?
Oh, let's play D4, please.
Playing D4. So that's another one that is avoiding to play, Brian. Does that mean it's another penalty?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Well, if it is, then that's 3 penalties that you're all holding now behind those revealed tiles, which is all of them left in the grid. Well, we'll see. Because, D4 is a penalty, so you can't all be holding penalty tiles right now. Someone's lying. Miss Vertigo, you will be losing something in this exchange. How much are you losing? Exactly half of your balance. Not as disastrous as it could be. You're down to 28,975. You do still have the lead. Brian, we come back to you. There are 2 cash tiles, 2 steals, 1 bonus. Those are your positives. There are 2 penalties. Though, at this point, a penalty would be worth nothing to you.
Right. You know what? I am going to take my A4, actually.
I'm going to
take my A4.
You're going to play A4. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Mr. Vertigo, what do you make of that?
Well, I had a feeling he might. Something was telling me he might go for that one.
Let's find out. A4 for Brian is cash. He was holding on to some cash. How much to get him back in the game? And you really are back in the game. 12,500 newts. Puts you squarely back into contention here against Mr. Vertigo's 28,975. We come back to Mr. Vertigo. You've got 3 tiles left to pick in this game. Brian only has 2 left to pick. What would you like to do, Mr. Vertigo? You have used all your reveals.
Yeah. I'll go with D2, please.
D2 on the bottom row there. Okay, Mr. Vertigo. What have you got for D2? It's just another steal. You're stealing some more money from Brian. How much are you stealing? 45% of Brian's balance. Mr. Vertigo, you're up to 34,600. Brian, you're down to 6,875. There are only 2 tiles up here that are pure profit, cash and bonus. The steal will take something away from Mr. Vertigo. And then, of course, there's 2 penalties to avoid. You do still have 1 reveal, and...
I'm gonna use it right now.
Okay, where would you like to reveal?
Let's reveal C1.
Revealing C1. Okay, for you, Brian, the colour but not the value of C1. Okay. Message to you that it is that sort of information. So, you now both use all your reveals. With that information, Brian, what would you like to do?
Let's go A2.
Gonna play A2. Okay, so moving away from that tile. Let's see what's behind A2. Oh, it's the final bonus of the game. Means Mr. Vertigo can't use it. How much are you increasing your balance by, Brian?
Double. Come on, at least double.
60% brings you up to an even 11,000. You're still in this game. Mr. Vertigo, we come to you for your penultimate turn. What would you like to do?
Right. Ooh, I'm torn here. Let's see. This might be a bit controversial. I'll play C1.
Gonna play the tile that Brian revealed earlier?
Yes, I think so.
Perfectly valid strategy to play this game. It's a bold strategy, but you need to play bold at the latter part of the game, especially when there are half of these tiles left in play are penalty tiles. What is behind C? What?
Hey!
It's cash. Brian was holding on to cash once again. How much cash are you getting, Mr. Vertigo? It's the minimum increase, 2,500. Brings you up to 37,100. Brian, this is your final turn. Yes. Mr. Vertigo's revealed there are a steal and there is a penalty. You need to take the steal and it be strong enough for you to take the lead. Well, actually, if you take the steal, then Mr. Vertigo has to take a penalty next. which may also reduce the value of his balance low enough for you to take the win. So even if the steal isn't quite enough yet, you may still win. But you must hit the steal to kind of be in contention here.
Yeah. I'm thinking right now. Let's take C3. I know I'm going to regret this, but I'll take C3.
So Mr. Vertigo's revealed A1 and B3, and you're avoiding both of them, playing C3. Why C3?
I probably figured that those two were probably the penalties, and I'm looking... I don't think he would ever play those two penalties. I'm going to try, take a risk, and say C3.
Well, Mr. Vertigo is the only one that has the forward knowledge of what the colour of those two tiles are. Don't know necessarily what the value is, but certainly the colour. Brian basically calling Mr. Vertigo's bluff here. Ryan, for you, C3
purple,
is...
Purple. Oh, wow!
It's
well
a
done.
great read.
Thank
it is
you.
indeed a steal. It is purple. But
We need a big one.
we do
How
need
much?
a fairly big steal here, or hope that Mr. Vertigo gets a massive penalty in a moment. How much are you stealing here, Brian?
Yeah, please.
20%. It is the minimum that could be stolen. Brings you up to 18,420. Brings Mr. Vertigo down to 29,680. What that kind of means is, though, Brian, is
Yep.
Mr. Vertigo needs to hold on to approximately 2/3 of his bank balance.
Yep.
So if the penalty is any stronger than like 30%, then
Yep.
you have won the game.
Yep.
Mr. Vertigo, you do have to make this final play, and of course you know that both of these are penalties, but you do not know what the value of the penalties are.
Yeah.
So, for the final turn of the game, Mr. Vertigo, it's time for you to decide how much you're going to be losing right now.
Let's just go with A1.
A1, top corner of the grid. You are hoping for this to be a low penalty. Brian is hoping for this to be a big penalty.
I have my fingers crossed, Ash.
As I
I have
say-
my fingers crossed.
The difference is... Okay, people are saying the difference is closer to 40% you need it to be. Oh, yeah, because, of
Okay.
course, it's... Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was doing a bit of rounding up. A1, we know, is a penalty. We know that for a fact.
Yeah.
How much are you losing? 75% means Brian wins on 18,420. Mr.
Well done.
Vertigo
Good game, Mr. Vertigo.
loses
Good
on
game.
7,420. Let me pay Brian's dukes out. I have just done that. Now, don't press the R button, Ashley. You need to press Shift and S to show the reveal. Let's see what would have been the penalty behind B3. Even bigger still, 85%.
I
You
lost anyway.
would have lost in both scenarios. They were some really big penalties at the end there. That was the full grid in question there that you have played. Well, one interesting game that was. Mr. Vertigo kind of had it all the way through, and then just one steal and a required penalty at the end meant Brian is our winner on 18,420. Brian, how do you feel?
I feel pretty good. Thank you so much. Very good game, Mr. Vertigo. Happy New Year to you, Ash.
There was some great gameplay there, Brian, especially holding on to those two caches in those reveals. Definitely worked out for you. Though Mr. Vertigo kind of knowing where the two final penalties were meant that he could you could afford to play in one of those reveals that you did make,
Gotcha.
because he had foreknowledge of that. Mr. Vertigo, 7,420, not enough unfortunately to win this time. How do you feel?
Yeah, I enjoyed that game. Well done, Brian.
What a good game that was, and I hope both of you had fun.
I had fun. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
thank
I
you.
appreciate it.
No worries. Thank you very much for playing, and hope to see you all in 2024 in Quiz Night.
No problem.
Thank
I'll be
you.
there.
Take care. Have a
Thank you.
good evening.
Oh, thank you, Ash.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
bye.
Bye. And that there, folks, is In the Grid. What a game that is, eh? I should just do this more often, not even as a wheel thing. Just do it as a thing where we would just randomly play. This could be my spontaneous game because it requires no trivia whatsoever. I know people kind of like to tune in for the trivia at Quiz Night, but, you know, bit of fun we can also have as well. Let me just randomize this grid a few times just to see what could appear. Yeah, those are some big penalties there. There's a 130% bonus that could have been there. Big steals as well, 60% steal there. Ooh, boy. Quiz night plus some non-quiz games. Yeah, it was more like game night. Oh, no, wait. Somebody else has beaten me to the punch on that one. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in tonight. I hope you all enjoyed it. I will be, hopefully, sorting out the schedule for the streams going forward, and trying to get some games actually scheduled in for next week, the week after, and all that. And then I'll also be calling this weekend, trying to make a call out for question writing for the back end of this season and the start of the next season, and hopefully get some question writing done for the first bit of the year of 2024. Outside of me, we've got a Mr. Royal Flush tomorrow evening, who's starting a brand new season of Game Night. What's he got on? Let's have a look. So on tomorrow evening, he's got Plinko, Red Herrings, and The Escape Artist at 8 p.m. tomorrow evening. And very interesting indeed to see at the end of that list on Game Night Season 13 is a certain thing happening on the 16th of March, also known as Game Night number 400. Yes, Ben is celebrating a landmark episode only 11 streams away from here, and he will be streaming the 400th episode of Game Night, which will be, I believe, a mammoth stream that you will not want to miss. What else have we got going on this weekend? We've got JB doing some Katamari Damacy, presumably part of C365. Wheel After Dark, and potentially Quarren stream the game show tomorrow evening as well, presuming that Lee is feeling all good this weekend. I will do some... do that. I think I still have that command here. Let me just make sure I do. Yep, I do still have that command here, so I can do that rather than doing the official shout-out command, because I can't do that all the time. And Quarren stream game. There we go. No, you can't shout now, JB. It's me to do the shout-out, but yeah, I know what you mean. And then also we've got Mr. Topper One Gaming, who finished off the Games of Quizmas yesterday evening. Where are you, Mr. Topper One Gaming? There you are. You did a very wonderful final edition of the Games of Christmas of 2023/24. What have we got from you on Thursday evening next week? We've got Strike It Rich, Cloud9, and The Diamond. Ooh, 2 originals from Topper on next Thursday. Cloud9 and Diamond. Looking forward to that. And Strike It Rich as a nice warm-up. And then for me, I don't know what it is yet, but I will schedule it over this weekend, and I'll let you all know what is going on when I do figure all that stuff out. Either way, take care out there. Have a good weekend. And we'll see you soon. Apparently there's football tomorrow. Yay. Enjoy all the game shows that are happening. Wheel of Fortune in the UK and Gladiators when that happens next week. And enjoy Jeopardy and all stuff. Bye! And I'll stop waffling, maybe. This has been a proper waffle fest tonight. God, I wish I had a waffle iron now. I'm really in the mood for proper waffles. Now I'm having waffle chat. Waffles. Bye.